Hey, if you've made it this far in the video and you are a real estate professional, consider partnering with me here at Real Brokerage. Pay nothing per month, get a fantastic split, and you have the opportunity to build a business through revenue share and stock purchases. Book a call at the link below in today's video, and I'm happy to have a conversation on why I was able to grow my business exponentially by moving my practice to Real Brokerage. All right, back to the video. Something that I've been doing is open door, especially if a home fits a buy box. Open Door will pay us as licensed real estate agents a 1% referral fee if we bring them a home that's off market. You would want to get an authorization to show unlisted from that off market seller. If your state requires that, I would do that first, of course. But Open Door is a platform. So whenever I have an individual and I use the line that Ian is referring to, somebody will buy any property for the right price. I want y'all to remember that. Somebody will buy any home for the right price. So if I tell a person that I have a buyer, that buyer may, again, as I mentioned, be an investor, and they're usually going to offer 60 to 70 cents on the dollar for a property, but they are going to make an offer to that property. Places they say, we'll sell your home or we'll buy it ourselves. When they talk like that, they're not really going to buy that home. They're actually leveraging a cash buyer network of folks that'll make an offer on that meth dealing crack house, because they know that if they get it for the right price, there's still repairs and things that they can do to the home to get value out of it. So if I have a situation where I have a buyer and I tell a client I have a private buyer, if I don't have anybody in my network, I know I can always shop that property as a licensed agent to Open Door. Open Door will make a cash offer on that home and pay us as a real estate agent 1% referral fee. So, and if I tell the client, hey, I have a cash buyer for you, I'd like to represent you as well for, if it's off market, maybe you offer to represent them for 2% versus 3%, since we don't have to pay buyers commission any longer. Well, now you make your 2% from the listing agent, you make your 1% from Open Door in that scenario, hypothetically, and now you got your 3%, but you just worked it in two different ways. So as long as you disclose all of that, and, again, if your state requires it, that is an amazing way to almost guarantee that you will be able to find a buyer for any client, regardless of the situation. So if you can't represent them on the listing side, as Ian mentioned, you can still get that 1 or 2%, referral commission from Open Door and places that are similar to that.
I was just having this conversation with my group earlier this week. Shoot, especially if you're targeting a specific neighborhood, talk to the mailman. Talk to the mailman. The mailman knows, the empty properties, the vacant properties. You know what I'm saying? It was funny yesterday. Talk to the neighbors too. Yesterday we went trick-or-treating, and my wife was talking with the neighbors, and she was like, and my neighbors like, oh yeah, this house right here is, because we're about to walk up to the house. They're like, is anyone in there? This neighbor's like, no, this house it's been vacant for years. They don't never sell. And I was in there like, oh, it's vacant, huh? Like, shoot, what's the address of this property? Yeah. I'm about to contact the owner and sell it. So talk to the neighbors, talk to the mailman, because they understand, they know what property is vacant, stuff like that. Those are the low-hanging fruits.
Yeah. And again, y'all, just go to your local Dollar Tree or Walmart and just get you a stack of blank cards like this and a book of stamps. Book of stamps is what, $20, if that much, and simply write a handwritten note with your business card and mail it out. You know what I mean? I just think that a lot of times we don't gain traction until we see traction, but anybody that has run a race in a marathon, they started from standing still. And when they stood still, they put one foot in front of the other, one foot in front of the other, and before you know it, they've run a 26-mile marathon. You'll never catch your brother, uncle, your favorite realtor run more than a 26-mile marathon, but that's how you build momentum in your business. So everyone's homework assignment is to go to, again, your local Walmart, Dollar Tree, whatever. Just get your stack of blank cards, get your book of stamps, and write a handwritten letter to 10 people that are in that list that I had everybody, pull. I recommended everyone to pull. Just write a letter to 10 of them, right? And then after you write that letter to them, then you give them a call to say, hey, this is Corey, or this is Ian. I sent you a card the other day. I just wanted to make sure you got it. Let that be the only thing that you say to them. And then they'll say, oh, is this the realtor, Marvin, the realtor? Is that you? That could be a good entryway if you're nervous to call a few people maybe you just start with 50 individuals, you mail them a letter, you wait a week, and then you call those 50 individuals, and you're just making sure that they got your letter in the mail. If I left a person a voicemail that said, or someone left me a voicemail that said, hey, Marvin, I sent you something in the mail, give me a call about it when you get a chance. This is Ian. And I remember, because I always look at my mail because it's always bills. Someone named Ian sent me that card. If he calls me again, I'm going to remember that, because unless that mail gets returned back to you, that person got that letter in the mail. They might have thrown it away, but at least you got it. So now that's your entryway to give them a call and follow up on just those 50. And then if you get one deal from that, well, now you do that 50 more times, and then you rinse and repeat.
Statement. Going with what Corey was speaking of, because I remember when I was brand new agent, that's what my target market was, renters. And so what I started doing was going to these apartment complexes and literally schmoozing the managers that had conference space available. And I offered things like credit help, and I at the time I was a credit specialist, so I was able to go give credit tips, and I would sell it to the department manager like this, improving their credit and teaching them money management skills are going to keep the retention in your complex that much more. Whatever I needed to say to get them so they can give me access to market towards their people. That's what I did. When I got them in there, it transitioned to a home buying seminar. And let me show you how to buy that, get out of here and be ready to purchase a home. And a lot of times those managers would show up. They weren't upset at all, because they were people too that were most likely were renting and wanted to know how to get their own place. So it's just curbing that. And don't be afraid of going. I would schmooze whoever's in charge of that office, cookies, whatever you need to do to become a friend. And I targeted places where they had free space where I could do events.
Yep.
That helped me.
The riches are in the niches, and even if you, let's say to Erica and Corey's point, I mean, rentals are still a thing, y'all. And many of us that are kind of in between deals on the single family side or the commercial side, wherever your focus is, don't sleep on rentals. Those are also opportunities to get paid a pretty nice commission. And the great thing is that those complexes will do all of the showings for you. All you need to do, just like with the new construction, is you just get registered, make sure that complex is paying commission, and you tell your potential buyer, hey, I got 3 apartments that we've scheduled. You don't even have to be there. The leasing office or that sales office will do those showings for you. If they sign for a rental agreement, you get paid. Usually it's a couple months of the rent as your commission.